Here's what we're underreacting to going into week 5 based off what we've seen for the first quarter of the season. Listen, we are underreacting to Drake Maye in year 2. This one's for Cal Filson, my producer. This one is for Patriots fans who used to watch me and Tom Curran yuck it up and yap our heads off on quick slants. I see you, Patriots. I think they played as complete a game as anyone in week 4. They dominated the Panthers, all 3 phases. Poof. The defense overwhelming. The Marcus Jones punt returns electric. And I feel like it was so complete, like so complete. We're overlooking how Drake behaved and performed and how good he's been, by the way, the first quarter of the season. Take a look at this. Drake is top 6 right now in yards and passer rating, 3rd in total touchdown. He leads the league in completion percentage, decision-making, accuracy, athleticism. He has it all working, and we should be talking about it way more than we are right now. So I guess you can say, yeah, let's see it against better competition. And guess what? Guess what? You're getting your Sunday night. It is Bills Patriots. You're getting the full treatment. Tariq Collinsworth, okay? Drake's first primetime start. Please don't have a tie. Thank you. Pats, by the way, on the sports book, 8.5-point underdogs in Buffalo. If Drake keeps this up, it's going to be one heck of a game. What is your busting out the seams take this week?
I'm busting out the seams take this week. Football related, I would say Drake Maye is a top 5 quarterback in the AFC right now, and that the Patriots are dangerous. I think the Patriots, there's going to be a lot of good culture wins that you're going to see from old Mike Vrabel. I think he's dishing the ball, Drake Maye. I think he's slinging it around very well right now. So do not be surprised if he's in these conversations over the next few weeks.
Yeah. Okay. What else are we underreacting to, guys? Let us know in the YouTube comments. What do we? It's not like what we're not giving enough love to, but like you have the top storylines and like the injuries always overcome them, and like the good and bad performances. We have the Dylan Gabriel news here to react to as well, which we will with Rob Gronkowski. What are we like not? What do we miss? You know, this is like we're on cleanup duty here. The things that are going to pop and matter for the weeks to come. I'm going to say the entire discourse from this Jags win over the Niners has been about Brock Purdy. We fed into it. We've talked about it. The turnovers, the Mac Jones of it all of that. I honestly think that is so, and maybe it's because I went there for training camp and really fell in love with what's going on there and made out with the mascot. So that might have something to do with this. Like he had his tongue down my throat for 20 minutes. And there was that. However, we're being disrespectful to Jacksonville. And let's go specifically with the defense. Anthony Campanelli, this camp guy, is a sick pup. He's showing his team savage jaguar eating, jaguar hunting footage. Like that's who he is. He's Mr. National Geographic to rev his team up and set the tone. People always tell me the team takes on the personality of their defensive coordinator. What he's done with his defense, we got to give him some love here. They did to Brock and the Niners, not only just to them, they've been doing it to everybody they faced this year. They're 3-1. They're getting Super Bowl odds. We'll get to it. Take a look at this. The Jags defense has gone from 27th in scoring last year to 5th this season, dead last in takeaways to 1st. They already forced 4 more turnovers than they did all of last season. I'm saying that again, okay? They were dead last in takeaways. Now they're 1st in the National Football League in takeaways. They have forced 4 more turnovers than they did all of last season. Are we hearing ourselves? They also led the league, and they lead the league right now in passer rating against. They're top 5 in run defense. I know I'm screaming, but can we give them some love here? It's been a dominant defense. All these Jag, the National Geographic videos, whatever he's doing that Eric Armstead told us about, it's working, okay? He figured out how to best use these players. Outside of former Cowboy Jordan Lewis, who's been excellent, and a little sprinkle. I'm like on TikTok too much. Little sprinkle of Travis Hunter. It's been the same guys on the field that we saw a year ago. Devin Lloyd looking every bit of an all-pro. Armstead, balling, he's on the show. Hines Allen, Trayvon Walker, love him. He's a nightmare. They've been more aggressive. They're having more fun. They're more fun to watch. They like the coaching changes. It's just true. And then who have these this week? Kansas City. Who's feeling themselves, okay? Beating the Ravens. Okay, Kansas City, by the way, 3-point faves at Jacksonville. We got to give Jacksonville love. It's not all about the meltdown of Purdy and him being short and whatever. Like, come on, give him some love. Finally, we are underreacting somehow to something about PUKA NACUA. Everyone's favorite player. Everyone loves watching him. He loves football more than anything. I don't think it would have surprised anyone if I told you before the year that he'd be leading the league in yards, right? Or even catches, even with Devontae there, right? The stunning thing is here, the thing that we are underreacting to through the first 4 weeks going into week 5 is that he has opened up such a stupid, huge lead on the rest of the field. After 170 yards on Sunday, he has a 101-yard lead over JSN, who's in second. Nearly 200 yards in front of everyone else. He has been so dominant. He's not only running away from the 2025 slate here and field, but take a look at this. PUKA is currently ahead of Calvin Johnson's pace. He's averaging more receiving yards per game than we've seen this in the Super Bowl era. And remember, he also gets an extra game, which you can think what you want about it, but he could beat out my boy Calvin as well. I think there's a good shot. Gosh, I don't know. He might do, I don't know if I want him to do it. He might be our first 2,000-yard receiver by the time all is said and done, which would be wild. He's, by the way, also taken over odds on FanDuel Sportsbook for Offensive Player of the Year. He's sitting there at 260. Elliot Hamilton, is he still 260? Can you confirm? My voice is gone.
Let's confirm.
Confirm. Okay, we'll be back.
He is
with Rob.
plus 260.
Okay. Plus 260. Okay, love that. I know that you love the Jags. I don't know, the tongue down my throat, not something I expected to say this morning. However,